like I saw something come out of the ocean. I'm like, what the fuck is that? But it was so far away that I was like, is that a boat? But then it like shot in the sky, and I'm like,
Hello, welcome to the bonus content of of this rabbit hole of emotions and everything. Like we talk out of camera for like 3 seconds, and we are like, okay, we are too weird. It's okay. But we're gonna talk about aliens. I promise you that. But before, I made myself. I made it myself. Okay, this is me. I make a theory about the planet is called the prison planet according to some people in Reddit. Meaning that is a planet where they send souls to learn better and improve before they're ready to whatever comes after. Other people they say no, it's more like a school where you learn blah blah blah. But I'm going with the prison planet. If that's true, if it is a prison planet and your soul is sent here to get be better, blah blah blah, I add that with the fact that we are getting our lifespan like longer and longer and longer. Like now, living to 100 years old is like not super crazy.
mm-hmm.
And on top of that, I add that time is not linear. Then I was like, what if the people, person, whatever it sends your soul to Earth, sends you to a specific time period to like learn something or as prison that would mean that like if they send you now that you can live to 100 years old, your soul did something really fucked up instead of they sending you to the 20s that you may die at 40, 50. So they're sending you to the points in history that you need to learn the most, and that's so fucked up. Like at some point I believe like humans will be living to like 200, 300 years. So
Mm.
if your soul is being sent, if you're seeing this in 2100, let me know, put it on the comments, I'll be dead. But if
We'll be dead.
we'll be dead, but my kid will see the comment. But if they're sending you to that time period, that means that your soul is so fucked up. It needs 200 years to be to become better. And
Mm.
this is as a human because there's people like you said that you have a friend that was a tree, and that's like
Mm.
800 years. Like and like it's so fucked up that feeling that this earth is a prison, and then we need to either escape it or like I don't know, do our time to get out of here. And to where I don't know, but like it feels bad to feel that air is a prison, but it feels right at the same time. It's like there's too much suffering in this world.
Yeah, I think that's interesting. I never thought about, going to a prison planet and then being sent to whatever time in history to live a life. That's interesting. I never thought of that.
I know, like I went to a rabbit hole just 'cause, like it was a day for me.
You're like smoking a little bit. You're like, oh, this is a
No, I
lot.
didn't smoke. I'm glad I didn't. I did not. Okay, but
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I think that I think that people, personally, I think that like depending on how you're when you're born, what family you're born into, what your genes are, and that could be a prison in and of itself. Like you could be experiencing hell in the same planet that someone else is experiencing their personal heaven at the same
I don't feel
time.
too many people experience like heaven here
The
because
rich might, but
no, but yes, but
yeah.
the rich people are the most hated people, and that have to bring some karma to your life.
True.
And second, like how many rich people we know that they're like depressed as fuck, and no
Yeah.
one cares. Like
All of them.
Justin Bieber, depressed as fuck, and we're like, haha, make better music. He's like, I made a song about me getting,
Yeah,
by
yeah, yeah.
Diddy, and people's like, yeah, but the song sucks. Fuck you, and
Yeah.
it's like, I hate this life,
Yeah.
and he choose that life, but he end up hating it. Like I'm pretty sure if someone uh, goes in time to like grab Justin Bieber, it's like, hey, we can go back in time. You will never make any music, but you live with your family in Canada. He's like, please.
Yeah, I think that's true.
So it's
You never see him out. You never see him hanging with friends.
yeah, I'm really glad that he has his wife. I believe it looks super supportive of him. So we end up talking about aliens, Justin Bieber. Yeah.
We're believers.
We're believers of aliens. Okay, but yeah, like I believe I do believe that this have to be some kind of prison planet. Like, did you see the TV show? It was The Good Place.
No.
Watch it, please, please, please.
Okay.
Watch it, and then we will have coffee, and we're gonna go to a rabbit hole again because
Okay.
The Good Place is a really nice TV series.
Okay.
Now, you, how first, how do you get your information? Like, oh, the classified documents. Like, you do your research to do the TikToks on,
hmm
or some people comment it's like, hey, you should know about this.
Well, first I was like, what? I just Google like CIA documents
And the
that have been declassified. That's it.
I see AA like, fuck this bitch, no
Yeah.
again, no again.
And then I see like on Reddit like topics people are talking about, and they put a lot of links on there too directly to the CIA document. So I just click on it and then I find it. And then I do a little bit more research on like things that they've alluded to, and that's how I put everything together. So,
But so people following her, she does the research for you.
yeah.
There we go. Because now I believe at this point, like I did a research a little bit, but I believe you know better. What the fuck is happening in the sky?
In the sky.
What are the orbs?
I
Please
think
tell me.
I think that our government has taken a lot of crafts that are not of this world and have reverse engineered them, and I think that they are like trying to test them out and see how they do. I mean, and we're just seeing it. I think the drones over New Jersey that we're seeing, I think that's all American. And
I think the drones are American,
for
but
sure.
the orbs, I don't. I believe
Yeah.
this is the side I believe. I believe the drones were put out because they saw the fucking orbs. And it's like we gotta know what the fuck that is.
Mhm.
But I don't believe that orbs are from then per se.
No.
And what about the aliens are from the ocean?
I think they're from everywhere. I think there are a lot of aliens from the ocean. I used to live in Pensacola, Florida, and that is at the time was like number one in the world for UFO activity.
Okay.
And the weekend that I was actually okay, so the weekend that the History Channel was there to do a documentary on it being the number one UFO hotspot in the world.
I was adopted. Cool. We're gonna
Yeah.
know
No, I saw a UFO that
Nice.
weekend. One was well, actually I saw two. One, I can't really I guess it's a UFO because I didn't know what it was, unidentified. It just fits the definition. But I saw something come out of the ocean because we lived like right on the ocean.
Okay.
So, like I saw something come out of the ocean. I'm like, what the fuck is that? But it was so far away that I was like, is that a boat? But then it like shot in the sky, and I'm like, did it shoot a flare in the sky from the boat? But then I didn't see the boat anymore, and I'm like, what?
I'm crazy.
Yeah, and then I was just like, whatever. And then that same weekend, I was coming out of my friend's house, but I was like very stoned, so she didn't believe me when this happened. So I was coming out of my friend's house. I was walking in my car, and I saw this light in the sky that was it was green, but it was a color. It was a shade of green I've never seen before, and that's why I stopped to look at it because I'm like, it's so bright too. It was so far away, but so bright. And I was trying to make sense of it because I'd never seen something be that far away yet so bright. And also that color. I'd never seen that color in my life. And I could describe it as green, but I don't know.
Yeah, it goes beyond what you can imagine.
Yeah. And I'm just staring at it. And then it just shoots not up, but out so fast that I just saw it at intervals until it had disappeared within a couple seconds. And if it was if I just see the light at intervals, it's going faster than the speed of light.
And you're like, you said that to your friend. Your friend's like,
Yeah.
you're not smoking anymore.
Yeah, yeah. I actually ran back into her house and I like ran upstairs and she's like, "What's your problem?" I'm like, "There's a UFO." She's like, "You're so stoned." I'm like, "No, I get stoned
That's
every
okay.
day."
This is different.
This is different.
No, I believe that's the problem. That people it's so like there was a docu series in Netflix, and one guy was saying like in I believe it was the 90s, yeah, when Bush was president, that they were so close to reveal that aliens exist, and say and they were saying it to the public, and what the government did was the most clever thing you can do. Is like use that as a weapon. Like use the oh yeah, like oh look like we have aliens, and then they show like a puppet and they laugh, and it's like
Mm,
they make it like a mockery and of it, and they made it feel that everybody who actually believed in aliens was like stupid.
mm,
You know, like hey, yeah, who did that? The aliens. Blah, blah, blah."
mm.
So people stopped believing in what this guy was trying to expose, and he eventually stopped trying because like they were making him look like an idiot
Yeah.
and discredit him, and it's like that's the problem that you saw it, you share it with someone, that someone's like you were stoned. It's
Yeah.
like no, but now it's still happening. Everybody have a fucking camera. Every camera that records a UFO, worst camera ever.
Yeah.
Why? Like,
Yeah, that's true.
like, but I don't know. Like, I believe we should like know better that to believe these stories. But there's so many disinformation that it's hard to see which ones are real, which ones are not.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a page called Snopes, Snopes. Do you know about this page?
Mm-mm.
Look it up, and for you, it will be amazing for your TikTok because it's a page that grabs rumors that are famous on the internet and say if they're real or not. For example, the Lamborghini CEO, the guy that is a CEO that apparently take all of the bonuses, the Christmas bonuses. Next day, he show up in the company with a Lamborghini, and apparently the employees like shit on the Lamborghini. You heard
I heard that story.
it's false. Like
It was
it's
false.
fake. Like it's fake, and this page was like, no, this is a content creator that creates stories like this to get viral. So it
Mm.
was fake. But I'm glad that there's a page that dedicates to say like this is a rumor is true or not, because I
Mhm.
believe at this point in history we need it. Lamborghini CEO, and as much as we want it to be true, not true.
Yeah.
Okay, the ocean.
Uh-huh.
You know there's like densities of water in the
Mhm.
ocean, and I believe the aliens, if there's aliens, they're below a density like we cannot go. Probably there's like a bed of like dust on top of that water that is a little bit more dense. So it's like, oh yeah, this is the bottom. But maybe if you try, you can push through. We will never know. Well,
Right.
we will know at some point, but I believe not now.
Yeah.
I'm scared of what is there.
Yeah, I mean, I think if their UFOs can withstand like the atmosphere at any density, of course they'd be able to
Yeah, to
withstand the water.
yeah, and the pressure of water.
Yeah.
They're like cool there, and they go up as they're like, nope, they're still fucked up, and they go down.
Yeah, actually there's a really interesting book by Elena Danaan, who is like she channels aliens, and it's kind of complicated, but she channels them. She's connected to a certain alien race that like gives her information, but she has said so many things in her book that have just connected the dots on too many things to count in regards to like stories I've heard. And
Okay.
like I've just, you hear these stories like, oh, there's alien bases under the water. There's these black-eyed human-looking people with cloaks on in these celebrity cult rituals, and who are those people? And she mentions everybody. She says exactly what race they're from, where they live, what planets they're from, what they do, why they're there, but she doesn't say these are the ones that are with these celebrities. So these are the ones that blah blah blah. But the way she describes it, you put it together yourself based on what you've heard with
Okay.
other stories.
And what is the wildest that you're like, okay, now makes sense thanks to this?
Well, one that I actually made a TikTok about a couple days ago that was put up for misinformation, but then I fought it and it was put back up. but it was this alien race that it looks humanoid, but they have black eyes.
Okay.
And it's just because of where their planet is and how their environment is that they have black eyes. It's not, I think their sun is really strong or something, but they eat they drink blood,
Okay.
and they consider it a delicacy, like human blood a delicacy. It's not like they need it to survive, but it's like a delicacy to them. So they've gotten in trouble for abducting humans in the past from the Galactic Federation that watches over Earth and like tries to make sure the reptilians don't get out of control. But they they stopped abducting people and started to trade humans with other aliens who are abducting people. So they're still getting humans, but like trading humans with other alien races that are abducting. And then they also, with these cults that take humans and sacrifice them, they're in those ceremonies. They're the ones that we've heard all these stories of, like, oh, there was this cloaked being with black eyes that was really tall in the corner, or these two humanoid looking things. Like, you hear stories, like I've heard stories about that, and like those those beings that they're describing and how they drink the blood in those rituals, she describes them in her book.
They're like that's and there's a lot of like do you know there was like a magic person in this celebrity that it was in the all the cults, and apparently she's like a blood drinker, and she did
I
like
know who
things
you're
with-
talking about.
I don't remember her name, but
She's very old looking.
yeah, and she's very famous, and she's
Yeah.
in all these parties, and
Yeah.
it's like she might be one that is like I am from another planet.
I think she's human, but I think that she's very connected to these things. And like they're considered like the only reason why they're even giving these beings blood or having them in their rituals at all is because these beings are able to give them power and information and intelligence, and so they feel like they're the people that are working with these aliens feel like they're above the rest of the humans. So they feel special, they have like more talent, they have more ability because they're giving them just tiny bits of like, salt, and let's appease them and we'll get all the blood we want, type of thing.
Okay, I believe this to close the bonus content. This might be multi questions, but if you get the opportunity to get in that position, would you take it? I believe first, do you believe aliens? I don't believe all of them are bad, but I believe some of them are.
Yeah.
But how do we know? Like, how do we know which ones are not bad? Because I believe some are like you should get better. Like we are super peaceful planet and everything works here. I don't know why you humans do that, but there are others like we're gonna destroy your world.
Mhm.
So, which one do you think they're most in the universe?
The worst ones?
No, do you think there are more ones that are cool or more ones that are like they're trying to destroy other people's planets?
I think most of them are cool. I think some of them don't give a shit about us, honestly, and they're just like, let them do whatever they want, and we'll do whatever we want. And in this book, it actually kind of describes each race and how they're like that, how they're just like whatever. But it's the reptilians that are the problem.
Fucking reptilians. I really
know.
the fucking lizard people. And if you get the opportunity to be in that position of like in the middle between aliens and us, would you take it?
Like a bad alien, like
We don't know.
like a black-eyed alien.
Yeah, would you be a black alien?
I mean, you mean would I be a black-eyed alien?
No, you're already not. But
I would.
you close your eyes, you open, it's black. I'm like, okay, yeah, bye.
Bye, guys. Yeah, I would love to be in a room with a black-eyed alien. I think that would be cool. But I think that
I would like to have the conversation. Like, let's, like, next guest is gonna be an alien. I just put a Venezuelan there. Like, I didn't thought. Didn't say what kind of alien.
Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, no, I think that I think that they would be able to tell that what we were thinking though, because they can read your mind, they can speak through.
They can see this podcast.
Yeah. So I think that they would know that I was like watching them. So that would might be a little dangerous. I don't know.
What if after this podcast they're like, we see the.
It's outside. Like
No.
sitting outside.
Okay, this will be so wild. It will be so fucking funny. I won't believe you anything you say after, but you get abducted and then you get sent back and you're like, I need to talk to you. We talk and you're like, dude, after the podcast they kidnapped me, and they're like, oh, we watched the podcast so we know like you are on our side, and they show me this, show me that. I'm like, fuck you. Don't
Like, okay,
like,
great.
yeah,
You're, like,
the
dialing.
aliens are watching my podcast for sure. Yeah, that you can like with whatever you want, but come on, like no, they told me that they're subscribed. It's
Oh
this
my
guy. It's like stop fucking lying to me.
Yeah. No, if that happened, I probably wouldn't tell anybody, to be honest.
No, tell me please. You gotta tell me like, please.
Okay.
If they tell you not tell him, please tell me either way.
Okay.
I didn't say that in the podcast.
Not on camera. I
Not on
won't
camera.
say it on camera.
No, no, not on camera. Like,
They'll commit me.
yeah, it won't be on camera if you kidnap her and then let her go, please.
I live stream my kidnapping. Oh my god.
Like, hey guys, I was the chosen one. But well, with that, we're gonna end the bonus content. Thank you so much for watching. And now you have 20 minutes here, and I believe roughly 40 on the last episode. So if you really like the Mad Hatter, then you have 1 hour of her brain. So adios.
Bye. Adios.